guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you lovely people doing today? I'm back at it with another video, this time discussing the apartheid in South Africa. But before we start, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share the video. Now let's discuss the apartheid in South Africa. The apartheid was Africans' Jim Crow. Jim Crow happened in America. I'll talk about that on another occasion if you want me to. The apartheid enforced segregation between blacks and whites, and this started in 1950. With this new law, the government banned marriages between blacks and whites and prohibited sexual relations between black and white South Africans. The Population Registration Act of 1950 provided a basic framework for apartheid by classifying all South Africans by race, including Bantu, Black Africans, coloured, mixed race, and white. A fourth category, Asian, meaning Indian and Pakistani, was later added. In some cases, the legislation splits families. Parents could be classified as white, while the children were classified as coloured. A series of land acts set aside more than 80% of the country's land for the white minority, and passed laws required non-whites to carry documents authorizing their presence in restricted areas. In order to limit contact between the races, the government established separate public facilities for whites and non-whites, limited the activity of non-white labor unions, and denied non-white participation in national government. Hendrik Verwoerd, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, I hope I didn't butcher his name, who became Prime Minister in 1958, would refine apartheid policy further into a system he referred to as separate development. The Promotion of Bantu Self-Development Act of 1959 created 10 Bantu homelands known as Bantustans, separating black South Africans from each other, enabled the government to claim there was no black majority, and reduced the possibility that blacks would unify into one nationalist organization. Every black South African was designated as a citizen as one of the Bantustans, a system that supposedly gave them full political rights, but effectively removed them from the nation's political body. Resistance to apartheid within South Africa took many forms over the years, from non-violent demonstrations, protests and strikes to political action, and eventually to armed resistance. Together with the South Indian National Congress, the ANC organized a mass meeting in 1952, during which attendees burned their passbooks. A group calling itself the Congress of the People adopted a Freedom Charter in 1955, asserting that South Africa belongs to all who live in it, black or white. It's always a case when racist people want to gain something from the oppressed group that they are oppressing. The government broke up the meeting and arrested 150 people, charging them with high treason. By 1961, most resistance leaders had been captured and sentenced to long prison terms or executed. Nelson Mandela, a founder of Umkhonto we Sizwe, Spear of the Nation, the military wing of the ANC, was incarcerated from 1963 to 1990. His imprisonment would draw international attention and help garner support for the anti-apartheid cause. On June 10, 1980, his followers smuggled a letter from Mandela in prison and made it public. Unite, mobilize, fight on. Between the anvil of united mass action and the hammer of the armed struggle, we shall crush apartheid. De Klerk freed Nelson Mandela on February 11, 1990. A new constitution which enfranchised blacks and other racial groups took effect in 1994, and elections that year led to a coalition government with a non-white majority, marking the official end of the apartheid system. Zimbabwe has offered to return land to foreign nationals whose farms were seized under a controversial government program 2 decades ago. Thousands of white farmers were forced from their land, often violently, between 2000 and 2001. In 2019, white farmers could apply to get their land back. It wasn't their land to begin with, so why do they have to apply to get it back? Decline and ruined relations with the West. A separate compensation scheme has been launched for local white farmers. They have not been offered land, but the government promised them $3.5 billion, which is £2.6 billion, for seized infrastructure. The same energy is not given to their own people. Some black people love other races before they love their own. We are too selfless when it comes to others. And here endeth the lesson. I hope today's topic helped those out there to have a better understanding of what happened to Africans during apartheid. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share the video if you like these types of videos. Don't forget, you are handsome, you are beautiful, and you are worth it. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Code Zainab, over and out. Mwah.